I just cannot believe it. I cannot believe that UEFA were trying to tell us, and the world were trying to tell us, that Doué was the better young player over Lamine Yamal, and that Dembélé was the player of the season and over Lamine Yamal. I can't believe it. I can't believe the world was trying to sell us on that, because now looking at this match between Spain versus France, which ended 5-4, and a win for Spain, we can clearly see who is the better player and better youngster. Most importantly, who is the better player, and that is Lamine Yamal, yet again showcasing why he is one of the best players in the world, and most likely will be the best player in the world. The only player right now that I can remember over the past like 25 to 30 years that can talk to the media and say, I can do this and we'll see about that, etc., and then go onto the field and actually score goals and provide assists, it is Ronaldo, right? Cristiano Ronaldo. He is the only player that I could remember that can just go on and talk to the media and tell a couple of fans and say like, okay, just watch me, watch how I do show up in this game. And he does. And I do think that the next Ronaldo, in terms of like mentality and how you show up on the field, it is going to be Lamine Yamal. It just is. Like, all of this reminded me about how when Ronaldo was in that predicament against Sweden, about like, I think it was like 10 years ago, back in 2013, I believe, Portugal versus Sweden, and how everybody was saying that, yeah, Sweden is going to take out Portugal. Sweden is at the best moment of their career, or I mean, best moment of the 2013 and whatever. And they were saying a bunch of things, and everybody was saying that Ibrahimovic was going to be better than Ronaldo in this game. But Ronaldo in that game between Portugal and Sweden, he showed up, and he showed up with 2 or 3 goals and knocked out Sweden by himself. He talked to the media, he walked the talk, and everything in between. He did everything. And I'm getting the exact same feeling with Lamine Yamal. He talks, right? He talks. When people try to talk down against Lamine Yamal, he showcases it on the field the next day and takes down his opposition, and whatever opposition it is. Everybody was saying that, oh yeah, if France wins Spain and Dembélé has a stunner goal or has an amazing performance, Dembélé deserves to win the Ballon d'Oro off of that game and over Lamine Yamal. And then Lamine Yamal was like, okay, it's like, if you guys want to just make it go down into just one game to decide who wins the Ballon d'Oro, then okay, we'll see. Let's play that game. Let's play that hypothetical final. And Lamine Yamal showed up with 2 goals, my friends. 2, right? 2 goals. Dembélé, I don't even think showed up. He did not show up. He created the most chances with a total of 4, hit the woodwork 1 time, had 4 total shots, but that's basically it. Dembélé did not do a single thing. And you want to tell me, and UEFA wants to tell me, that this is the guy that deserves to win all the awards in the world? I don't think so, my friends. I don't think so. I think that the people who actually watch football and watch football consistently can understand why Lamine Yamal deserves to be over Dembélé, and deserves to be over especially Doué, right? Desire Doué, whatever his name is, from PSG. Look, I respect the player. I know that this player is good, and he will be a phenomenal player in the near future. And I believe that he will win trophies with PSG, even though PSG always do every year, because of their league. Their league is like so below standards of average, just like insane. So PSG can win it every year, but like still, Doué is like, he's an amazing player. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. He's 20 years old, 3 years older than Lamine Yamal, but I'm sorry, bro. This guy could not do anything with France. I could not do anything against Spain, even though he just came off a very good final with PSG. This guy lost the most duels with a total of 11 and nothing more. That's it. 63 minutes played, 0 goals, 0 assists, nothing. He lost the most duels, which was 11, that led towards Spain regaining the ball over and over again and attacking that right side because of Doué. And nothing more. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Lamine Yamal in this game scored 2 goals. He was rated the player of the match with an average rating of 9.5, played 90 minutes, and 24 out of 29 passes were completed, 3 chances were created, 1 big chance created, 2 shots on target, 3 blocked shots. This guy was just on fire. 51 touches, 6 touches in the opposition box, 2 out of 3 successful dribbles, 2 out of 4 accurate long balls, and 10 out of 12 ground duels were won, which is really, really good. And most importantly, right, let's step away from this rivalry between this fake rivalry between Dembélé and Yamal, or Doué and Yamal. It's always like somebody different, right? In the beginning it was Endrick versus Yamal, then they wanted to tell you, oh, it was Arda Güler versus Yamal, then they wanted to tell you it was Salah versus Yamal, then they want to tell you Dembélé versus Yamal. It's always like a different player. Right now it's Doué versus Yamal, but like, I guess Yamal is the standard because everybody wants to compare themselves to Yamal. But yeah, the most important thing, right, from all this is that Yamal has showcased that he has great chemistry with a player that has been linked to FC Barcelona as of late, and that is Nico Williams. Nico Williams, every time they do play together, right, Nico Williams and Yamal, they just understand each other. The chemistry is there. And now the question is whether Barcelona, Deco, and John Laporta saw this, because I do think that something special can be made at Barcelona after seeing multiple attempts of Nico and Yamal playing together, and they always succeed. Nico Williams in this game ended with 1 goal and provided 1 assist. I really do think that the reason why he's not really that good with Athletic Club is mainly because of the football that they do play. If you place Nico under the correct system, under the correct coach, under the correct players, you get the best out of Nico. We get the Nico that we see with Spain, right? It's very similar to like how I would just say how we saw Neymar between PSG and the Brazilian national team, or Barcelona and the Brazilian national team. Every time Neymar played for Barcelona, we're like, okay, really good, right? 8 out of 10 performance. Every time we saw him play with PSG, we're like, okay, really good, 8 out of 10 performance. But when he played for Brazil, bro, he played 10 out of 10. That guy was always on fire. And I think that Nico is the exact same thing, and that level can be found at FC Barcelona. He's still only 22 years old. We can grow him, right? Groom him, not in that way, but you know what I mean, like groom him in a way where we can make him one of the top left wingers in the world. Very young, has a lot of potential, a high ceiling that has been he's nowhere near that ceiling. And overall, Nico Williams, and you can just tell that Nico and Yamal have a lot of fun playing with each other. And you know, Nico Williams played a total of 64 minutes, 1 goal, provided 1 assist, 1 chance created, 1 big chance created, 3 shots on target, 3 out of 5 shots were on target, 23 touches, 6 touches in the opposition box, 1 pass into the final third, and that's basically it, right? Yeah, that is Nico Williams' performance. And we also had Pedri, who also scored a goal tonight. It was an amazing goal. The plays, the 1-2s that Pedri has with all of his teammates, simply amazing. Also 22 years old, very young. Notice how what made Spain have a great performance against France, it is mainly because of the Barcelona players. Pedri and Yamal were at the top of their game. 64 touches for Pedri, 1 goal, 23 out of 29 passes were completed. 1 shot was on target, 38 touches, 2 passes into the final third, 1 touches in the opposition box, 1 out of 3 accurate crosses. It is phenomenal. And you know, I do think that the reason why Pedri found a goal is mainly because he was playing as a 10. Let me know in the comment sections down below, what do you guys think about Pedri playing as a number 10 and between the wingers? Because I think that Pedri played amazing. He was always on point. He was always receiving between the lines and looking for either Lamine Yamal or Nico Williams running centrally. I think that he did pretty good. And you know, when I was looking at his performance, I'm like, bro, like you're actually pretty effective as a 10, and you kind of understand how where Nico is moving, where Yamal is moving. I can see like next season, hypothetically next season, a double pivot of Bernal and Frankie, or we can say Bernal and Gavi with Pedri as the 10, and then you have Nico on the left and Lamine Yamal on the right. If we were to decide to go for Nico Williams, or we can have Rafinha on the left and Yamal on the right. That can happen. I think that Pedri has no problem from switching to a 6 to a 10. And yeah, that's basically it. Like, first of all, I know that this game ended 5-4, but oh my God, dude, like, is this defense horrible without Jules Koundé? Once again, proving the fact that you need Barcelona players to make your international team better. This team is horrible without Jules Koundé. There is no solidity, no nothing. Like, this is one of the reasons why Nico Williams succeeded a lot in this game was mainly because Jules Koundé was just not there, and he was going up against Kalulu. I don't know who Kalulu is, but he does play for Juventus, 25 years old. He's right back, but Nico Williams owned that dude, bro. He owned that dude. And all in all, Spain played a very decent game. I would admit, though, that in the last 25 to 30 minutes, Spain did put their arms down. They let their guard down. They thought that after having a 4-1 lead, or something crazy like that France was never going to come back, but France almost came back. They almost scored the 5-5. It was about to be 5-5 and go into extra time. A lot of this did remind me of how Barcelona were like in the past 2 years, right? Like, we score a lot of goals, but then like we crumble in the last 10 to 15 minutes. I saw the exact same thing with Spain in those last 10 to 15 minutes. So those things do need to get fixed. Huijsen was decent. I'm not going to be too hard on this player because he's very new to the first team. He did complete the most passes, which was a total of 58. And I would say he was reliable. 58 out of 66 passes were completed. The areas they had to defend was also really, I would just say, on point with him. I really do think that Kubarsi should have, maybe gone into this game, but, Kubarsi just had no... I mean, was Kubarsi in the squad list? Let me see. Oh, Gavi came in. We saw Olmo come in. Ruiz came in. We did not see Grimaldo. We did not see Mingueza. We did not see Kubarsi. We'll see what happens in the final, because there's a lot of players on this bench that should have been used but never got used. Like, I expected to see Fermin Lopez. I expected to see Kubarsi, Mingueza, Grimaldo. But maybe there's time for everybody. Maybe De La Fuente has a big plan for that final and to have all players participate. But yeah, dude, like, congratulations to Yamal. It's crazy how I also kind of like mapped out how there is similarities between Yamal and Cristiano Ronaldo, and now they're going to be meeting in the final. It is going to be a Portugal versus Spain final, and be careful, bro. Like, I know that Spain looked very like exciting in the final third, but like defensively they have to be much more organized, and they cannot put their arms down, right? It's very simple. Like, I think that these players understand where to position themselves, but when they lose focus and the mentality is not there, they do leak goals, and you cannot do that when you know that you're gonna face Vitinha in the final. Vitinha is the Portuguese midfielder that does represent PSG, because the way that Vitinha, bro, finds those through passes through any midfield line or defensive line, it's world class. It's the best. And Spain cannot, they cannot, bro. Like, they cannot let anything go through at all. With Vitinha there at the top of his game, it's going to be crazy. And then you combine that with those runs that Mendes does make, because he does find a lot of assists. He does create the most chances. He created the most chances against Germany with a total of 3 chances created. And I mean, like, he lost the most duels, which was 7, but like, that's part of his game, is that he constantly likes to attack the final third. You combine those through balls with Vitinha and Mendes making those inverted runs, it does end up being very dangerous for Spain. So there's a lot of things that they have to check, and if they can check those correctly and at the same time continue the chemistry between Nico and Yamal, Spain can come out on top. And I hope that Spain do. I really do. Because if you want to come to me and say that, oh yeah, because of this game is going to be definitive on who wins the Ballon d'Or, okay, fine. I mean, look who won. So now what? Are you going to go back and contradict yourself and be a hypocrite and say like, oh no, we have to look at the past season and the past year on what these players have done? Like, what are you going to say? Yamal has done both. What more do you need? And it's only going to make it even worse if Spain end up winning the Nations League final and Yamal partakes in this victory, like in a very like huge way. Yamal is it, bro. That's it. Like, bro, like Yamal and Vini right now are tied in terms of international goals, and Yamal has like both of them have 6 goals. Yamal and Vini. Yamal has 18 fewer caps, and we're talking about a guy who's only 17 years old, and you still want to say that Doué is better, even though he's 3 years older than Lamine Yamal. Dembele is better, even though he's like 27 and 13 years older than Lamine Yamal, or something crazy like that. We're not the same, dude. I'm sorry. We're not. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.